and good morning. Okay, we turned it on?
We're rolling, I guess.
We're rolling. And this is the last Shabbat of the book of Exodus. And we're here with Eli Nelson from Prescott. And we're going to start off with a wordless song to get us in the Kavanah to Shabbat morning prayers.
So this first part is going to have 3 notes. The first one, lie. Sorry, my bad. Got to get a little warmed up. I haven't done a ton of singing today. Lie. Try that with me. Lie. Do a little second part. Lie. Try that with me. Lie. Second time it goes down at the end. Lie. And try that one. Lie. That whole second part together. Lie. Y'all sound great. Good morning. Let your voices warm up and enjoy singing together. We're going to turn to page 192, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But 192 for the Moda'ani.
One.
Could be a different one. 186, possibly.
Oh, you're only off by a couple.
That's it.
There were 2 options. Okay. So we've warmed up a little. This is the good morning song. So, good morning. I'd love if you could sing with me. If you don't know the melody, feel free to listen and absorb it and join in when you're ready. Moda'ani lefanecha Melech Chai v'kayam Shehechezarta b'nishmati v'chemla Rabba emunatecha That whole thing, one more time, please join me. Moda'ani lefanecha Melech Chai v'kayam Shehechezarta b'nishmati v'chemla Rabba emunatecha Rabba Rabba emunatecha. You sound beautiful. Again, good morning.
Shabbat shalom.
Let's continue with the Baruch Hu. Our call to worship on page 226.
Please rise.
We're going to do a bit of a different version today than the versions I've been bringing in. This is written by a guy, I don't know his whole bio, but it's written by a guy named Jeff Klepper.
Oh, yeah.
Try those yalas with me now that you've heard it a bit.
Turn now to page 232 for the Shema. We join together in the English. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Please be seated. We turn to page 234 for the Ve'ahavta.
Did you want to chant this one or sing it? How are we feeling today? We feeling chanty or more singing? Yeah, let's chant it, shall we? Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi metzalecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ug'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai item kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Elohechem Emet.
And in English, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign of your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Let's continue with the Micha Mocha, our Song of Freedom, on page 240. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Norate yilo Osefele Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Norate yilo Osefele.
We join together at the bottom of 240 in the English of the Micha Mocha. This is one of the oldest prayers that's based on one of the oldest sections of the Hebrew Bible. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? With new song inspired at the shore of the sea, the redeemed sang your praise. In unison they all offered thanks. Acknowledging your sovereignty, they said, Adonai will reign forever. Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel. and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer, Adonai Tzvaot, is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Al Yisrael.
Okay, it's time to begin the big section of the service with the Amidah, 242, the next page. We stand for this one, right?
We stand for this one.
We stand for this one. This is the standing prayer, that's right. Adonai sefatai titach u'viagite ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot b'imahot, u'mevii geulah livnei bneihem, leman shemo ve'ahava, melech ozer Mashiach v'akein. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah. Next page. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol atara Moshiach. Mechayeh hakol v'rachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, u'matir asurim, u'mekayeh emunato lishenei afar, lichamocha bal gevurot, u'midon elav, melech memit u'mekayeh, u'matzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. You should find the Kiddushah on the next page, which is 246.
248.
248. Just let me find it. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, kakatuv al yad neviecha, v'karaz el ze ve'amar, kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Eloh kol haaretz, kivodo. Adir, adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, madir shimcha b'chol haaretz, Baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo. Echadu Eloheinu, hu Avinu malkeinu,
Adonai leolam, Elohai Zion, ledovato, hallelujah. Ledovato nagid godlecha, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Page 249. This is from an assortment of selections from the book of Leviticus, which we're going to start reading next week, and a little bit from Isaiah and Ezekiel, and then closing with a psalm. And so you see it, if you didn't know that, you'd think it might come from one text. Page 249, we join together. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the whole community of Israel and say to them, You shall be holy, for I, Adonai, am holy. You shall each revere your father and your mother, and keep my Sabbaths. When you reap your harvest, leave the corners and the gleanings for the poor and the stranger. You shall not steal. You shall not deal deceitfully or falsely with one another. You shall not swear falsely by my name. You shall not defraud your neighbor. You shall not commit robbery. The wages of the worker shall not remain with you until morning. You shall not insult the deaf, or place a stumbling block before the blind. You shall not render an unfair decision. Do not favor the poor or show deference to the rich. Judge your neighbor fairly. Do not go about as a talebearer. Do not profit by the blood of your neighbor. You shall not hate your kinfolk in your heart. Reprove your neighbor, but incur no guilt doing so. Do not take vengeance or bear a grudge against your kinfolk. Love your neighbor as yourself. I am Adonai.
Would you like to take a second for silent prayer? Whether it's words on a page, whether in Hebrew or English, or simply the meditations of your heart. Take a moment. Feel free to be seated when you're ready. I'd like to continue on backtracking in the prayer book a little bit, but with a song that I really enjoy and don't get to do a ton because it's a morning prayer and I'm often leading evening services. Turn to page 188 for Esa Enai.
It's at the very bottom of 188.
Esa Enai El Harim Esa Enai El Harim. You want to join me in that? Esa Einai El Harim. Esa Einai El Harim. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Want to join me in that second part? Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Esa Einai El Harim. Esa Einai El Harim. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Me'ain Yavo Ezri. Esa Einai El Harim. Esa Einai El Harim. So going from a nice meditative morning song to what is commonly known as the party prayer, please turn to page 250 for the Vishamru. Sorry, I need to find the key. My bad. There it is. Yeah, thank you. The singer's in the house. Know what's up. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat lasot et haShabbat ledorotam erit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat lasot et haShabbat ledorotam erit olam. I always mess up the verse. B'nei Israel, od hi le'olam, od hi le'olam, od hi le'olam. Veshamru b'nei Israel et haShabbat lasot et haShabbat ledorotam erit olam. B'nei Uven, B'nei... Oh, that's the one we just did. My bad. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai
Asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat Lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat Lasot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam.
At home,
Yeah.
during the last verse, we pause right in the middle and
Because the week is over.
then another few words, and then we a deep sigh, looking forward to the week again.
Where in the verse do you pause?
Well,
Would you mind demonstrating?
Yeah, that's
There, at that point.
the Haaretz, and then we do another sigh.
She goes like this, and it goes like this, like thanking the universe, and we made it through the week, and then looking forward to the following week.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
It is, and she does it so well, and it just brings joy to the heart.
Yeah, thank you. Wow.
Page 44. This is from the weekday morning, but it's from the Mishnah, and Peah 1:1, the very beginning of Mishnah Peah, and it talks about things that are, it differentiates or tries to differentiate between things that you get credit for in this world and things that you get credit for in the next world. And so we know that Judaism has a number of very different teachings about what happens in the next world, and so we're eagerly waiting for more definitive reports from the next world. But until then, we can read this Mishnah and see what we think are the things that we can do now. So page 44, we join together in the, should we try the Hebrew as well as the English? This is rabbinic Hebrew, so it's from the Mishnah, which is basically easier than biblical Hebrew. And if not, you can listen, and then we'll do it in English. Eile divarim she'ein lachem shibur she'adam ochel peroteim ba'olam hazeh v'hakerem kayemet lo la'olam haba ve'elu hein kibud av ve'em u'gemilud chasadim v'haskamat beit hamidrash shacharit v'arvit v'hachnasat orchim ubikur cholim v'hachnasat kala u'leviat hamet v'iyun tefillah v'hava'at shalom bein adam lechavero v'talmud Torah keneged kulam. And now in English, these are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of this world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all.
We'll continue with the closing portion of our service, please turn to the Aleinu on page 586.
Please rise.
Aleinu Shabbat Adonai Latenu La'yotzer Bereshit Shelo Asanu Keharatzot Velo Samanu Kemishpachot Adamah Shelo Samcha Kehenu Kahem V'Goralenu Kechol Hamanah Anachnu gorim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malkei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu.
Please turn to the next page and the page after that. Vene'emar, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Ve'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo Please remain standing. We now prepare for the mourner's Kaddish, and so before we we'll go around and ask people who'd like to remember loved ones. But first, there's readings or meditations beginning on page 592, and this one on page 592 is a very interesting one. I don't quite understand it, but it's written by a poet named Merritt Malloy, and I find it touching. So we join together, page 592, When I Die. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Yeah, it's interesting. I want to remember my grandfather, Max Moskowitz, who was Yartzeit this week, who died in 1966. And so we'll just go around, and if you'd like to remember one or more people, you can say their name, you can briefly describe them, however you'd like to do it, okay?
I'm gonna pass. Thank you.
I remember my father, Myron Weinstein, and my mother, Sybil Weinstein. Their yahrzeit is this week, and they died on the same day, 30 years apart.
Wow.
I remember my father, Jacques Behar, and my mother, Suzanne Behar, especially during holiday times, which were very important in our family.
Remember two close friends who passed away within a few weeks of each other a few months ago, both prominent members of our synagogue in Ottawa, and very tragic and sudden losses.
I remember
my whole family except for me who has passed away.
My husband, Dean Hershey.
My husband, Matt Burris.
My husband, Barnett Nappin.
I'm thinking of my mother this weekend as my two sisters and I are going to gather tonight in Phoenix for a kind of sisters weekend. It's kind of a girly thing, and when my mother passed away, we each took one of her house coats, and so this weekend we're going to sit around and talk and have fun and wear her house coats and have her presence with us.
That's nice.
I remember my younger brother who passed away before his time, and his short sets this weekend.
I have two remembrances. The man I served with in Vietnam and died in my unit, and to my brother-in-laws, John Burris and Ray Blum, who died recently.
I have a couple things to say. I'd like to remember a camper of mine. 3 years ago, in this month, the world was struck by a global pandemic. And one of the children that I had the pleasure of caring for the previous summer could not take the overwhelming weight of the world and ended his own life. His yard site is this week.
How old was he?
12 years old. He wanted to play soccer, and he couldn't anymore. I'd like to remember him and the many others who've taken their own lives.
We turn to page 598 as we chant the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yalma divra krutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayei chon v'yomei chon u'b'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agalah u'zman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Li'alam Ulamei Amaya Yitbarach Yishabach Yitpoar Yitraman Yitnaseh Yitadar Yitalal Yitalal Shmei Kedusha B'Richu Le'ela Min Kol Bechata B'Shivata Tushbachata B'Nechemata Damiram B'Alma B'Yimru. Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemaya B'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael B'Yimru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mamav Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael B'Yimru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and all humanity, to which we say, Amen. Please be seated.
You think we got time for one song or two?
We have time for as many as you like. When people get bored, they'll start migrating to
Understandable.
Wait,
Understandable.
We also got the hummus. We do have wine this time.
Oh wow! Is it what kind of wine?
Manischewitz.
No, it's not Manischewitz.
That's not Manischewitz.
It's real wine. Real.
It's real wine. It's an Italian wine.
Excellent.
Okay, well, if you folks don't mind waiting to say the blessing, I'd like to sing 2 tunes together before we finish. Really like to end things with Oseh Shalom. It's part of what we just said. And this version, I think I brought it here before. It's by this Israeli group called Nava Tehillah. They're really fantastic. You should check them out. But this version has an extra couple words in it. It says, Osei Shalom b'mamav hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, to Israel, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, which means, and to all the world.
And it's in the prayer book like that. And how many were here at services last night? And you saw the girl Tova Schlein who read that exact Hebrew. But when I showed her the Hebrew, the way exactly the wording that you gave, she couldn't read the last 3 words that were added. So she said, I can't do the Hebrew. So I said, well, what if we skip those 3 words? And then she said, that'd be great. So she did the Hebrew last night, deleting those 3 words.
Most people don't say them, but there are people out there who are not Jewish that deserve peace too. Okay, so let's sing together. E minor. We love our minor keys in Judaism. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Join me in some yaylas. Hey, yay, lie, da, 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 da. Let's try that again all together. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Okay, now that we've sang our peace song, let's sing a rock song. Y'all like Fleetwood Mac? Any Fleetwood Mac fans in the house?
Oh, we all remember Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. When we were young, it was a brand new rock group, right?
I just want to make sure I have the lyrics so we can sing the full song without me going, oops, I forgot the lyrics. I haven't sung this one in a while, and I was gonna do a different song, but this song's cool.
What song?
Landslide. Feel free. Took my love, took it down, climbed a mountain, turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hill, till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I build my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I build my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. And take my love, take it down. If you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, then a landslide will bring you down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring you down. Down, 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 the landslide bring you down. Well, thank you all for singing along with me this morning. Your beautiful voices, and I really appreciate every ounce of them. So thank you.
And thank you to Eugene and Judy for hosting it not only this month, but all year. And thank you to Anne for making the shidduch to figure out how to do this from the Religious Practices Committee. And thank you for Saran for her videography. And thank you for everybody for being here and forming a community. And now we're ready for the Kiddush made over Italian wine.
Stop.